Alright, bro. Hold on, King. We back at it, King. What's up there? Go paradise. Salty. Huh? Yeah. Alright. I seen one. I seen some news. How about you, bro? After this game, though. We got banging videos. Got them news. Everything. What? You killed him? Just let you. I'm a Division 5. Just let you know this my first game. First game on. I was wondering my fucking sensitivity things. Okay. Do you think I should give him a big cut? Hey, they getting pushed. Hey, that's mine. Hold on, here go another one. Let's see if I can. You can get some good at this. Well, you can have that sniper.
What's your number?
Huh?
What's your number?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna fight with him.
You said you gonna look after you that. Yeah.
Got him. Oh, over here. Yeah, there you go. Do you think I should give you this big pot? Or no, No, I was gonna say it unless you can still do good with the health. Let's just save it, but no, I'm goofy. Here you go. About to come. Pete! 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 What you want? Alright. What am I looking at? I see, so just act this game. Let me show you. I got a lot. Who? Jim Johnson? She said she want me to fuck. She told me she want me to fuck. Hey, I got a finger video of her. Let me see your finger video of her. You said why? Yeah, she be sending that shit, but I said I'm gonna send it to you. But don't go back and tell her because she's told me not to send it. But. What up?
What you be saying in your phone, Rocky?
Huh?
What you be saying in your phone, like what you be texting? Because I told Terry that she be in your phone.
Who?
Caitlin Sykes.
Oh yeah, she been on my phone. She goddamn texting me, and then so me and her were texting and freaking and shit. Like I said, while they was dating, me and her was messing with each other, and then this nigga had got on her phone and blocked me off.
Oh, he was like, they don't take him on that because Marquise ain't got.
Did you shoot? They spammed me. They just spammed me. Come here, King. They bots just killed me. They finishing. Oh my god. They bots. I should never put up that fucking regular minigame. We just died to bots. We just died to bots. I was trying to play around with them. And then I should have just tried to kill him. Alright, let's stop playing. I'm going, Dusty. On me. Oh my fucking god! King. And then we click this. I'm blue. I'm red, you blue. That's what I'm saying. So I had to be ready. I'm very ass today. Oh, I gotta build all the way up. We want to go on this side. Hold on, I gotta build it real quick. Let me go up there and break it. Alright, now we good. Hold on, we not dead. Ah, come on. King. Over here. I'm coming. I got 80. What you got? What? No. I got to get $10 to change it. I already had changed mine. It'd be TMH, the most hated. They niggas hate. They hate on YBG to be the best out here doing this shit. It'd be TMH, the most hated. The niggas hate on him so much. It's just so embarrassing. I hate on him so much. Yeah, you'll do it. Watch this. That's why my edits look even slow. Hey, watch, just follow behind me. You ready? Let's go. Oh, fuck, I messed up. Alright, fall in. Alright, now watch this. Just follow behind me. Hold on. Okay. Oh, my fault, I'm gonna start going. I'm at it every time. You think I can leave? You think I can go?
Go get your burger. Y'all leave them on shit.
No. I don't feel like it.
Hello? Hello?
Alright. I'm gonna come down. Where you at? In the spawn. I seen the spawn. What are you? What's your health? No, what's your health? You said 86? Where you at? Damn! Jump down. Where you at? Yo. Well. No, try. Try to kill him. Oh, good game! That boy hit the launch pad up there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, see. Let me see. Oh my god, I cannot pickaxe this nigga, bro. Oh my god! Like, can I just pickaxe this nigga, bro? Get down from there. I'm fine. Where you at first?
Nuke's Boss. Again, we see more Boombo action here. Will we see some Elims being picked up? Not as much as we saw before. That little change to the Boombos made a big difference.
Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of scoffed at it at first, like, oh, like 0.25 seconds. That's not a big difference. When you look at small numbers like that in particular, I advise people to think in terms of percentages, right? So yeah, you think, oh, a quarter of a second, that's not that long of a time. But one, a quarter of a second is about the natural reaction speed for a human, and two, that's a 25% increase. So all those like sick full draw flicks you saw before, you don't have the time to do that anymore. Because yes, the extra half second, you're like, oh, what is that? But if it's the reaction time for your average human being, I promise you, the competitive Fortnite player has a much faster reaction time than that. So all of a sudden, they hear any amount of that draw, or you don't get as quick of a release, it's not going to be as effective. Not to say it's not strong, but it's definitely slightly more significant than people thought at first.
Yeah, definitely. Percentages are huge, and we talked about reaction speeds. Nuke's Boss has picked up a 3-piece on his rotation and has managed to find
the tree!
So close, hits the tree as Nut walks right past him. He did do the last bit of damage, so
you're rewarded. Any cheat, we're gonna have to look at that maybe for teaming, because Nut in the tree, I mean, similar names going through the tree, holding up there, just make sure. But no, brilliantly done from Nut. Super unfortunate there that the tree happened to be there, but you know, sometimes luck's on your side and sometimes it's not, as we're on board here with Clarity G. Trying to find an angle, still has his baller as well as 2 shadow bombs, so a lot of utility coming out, has the heavy sniper as well, and you can see him just trying to find a spot to hang out with the baller so he won't get shot down. This is one thing about these baller rotations. The players try and hang out off the underside of builds so you won't take additional ammo. You still see about 5 of them trying to make their way up the side. Kazooie gets Boogie Bomb, but is going to be okay. And this rotation is nuts and stacked. Everyone trying to go up and over this hill. As you can see, Nistic, Tech, Twizbot, CWV, Nobu BFO, Prodigy Aces, Tendi, 2Chens, all going down to the storm. And Old Man Mountain, he is patient. He is calm, and he will claim his toll. The lobby goes from 30 to 18 in the blink of an eye.
Just over the mountain, a nightmare situation for these players that do not have mobility. And it's crazy because not one friendly launch pad came down, so they all went down. Everyone paid the price there.
It's like you're looking for recycled utility. It's like, who's going to be the one to do it? Hey, but if nobody is recycling, nobody gets to go. And that was what we had talked about. We talked about how this hill can end up for an awkward rotation. And look at what it spawned as the players now have to rotate back through it. TJ on the high ground, 2 players ripped up into the rift. Casker and Vayne on the low ground. Top 15 remaining right now.
And somehow Clarity still managed to keep the ball with the no health. Literally all it needs is 1 shot here and it can be taken out, but with all the chaos, all the players, he's managing to just stay in it, just avoid all of these guys, avoid all this problematic.
Largely by doing this, you can see hanging out on the underside of the high grounds builds. He's not going to edit himself and look back down. But right as he does it, gets the build broken. That player isn't going to be looking to knock that ball away. He wants to find Elim's Clarity, looks skyward, hits the heavy snipe, but no knocking down there. Kazooie is still in this match. It did just pick up Chief. Vayne also still in the match on the low ground. Kazooie going to drop, opts to catch himself, and then swap right to the combat shotgun. Clarity picking up Kazooie there as he continues to work downward. We're into the top 10 now.
Love it. He is looking to now take down this build here. It's not held up on much. And interesting, he had shadow bombs, but he waterfalled all the way down.
It's coming down now.
Someone is coming down. It's his high ground to keep if he can just hold it here.
There's no one there, though. It's fine. Top 5 and high ground now for Clarity all of a sudden. Still has 20 builds and the 2 shadow bombs.
Oh, man. It's going back up and over. Futat tries to land on him. Clarity gets shot. Is he going to be able to continue to keep it? Yes, he does. He keeps his high ground and trades a monstrous shot in return. Wraps him right up. Now it's all his once again, and he's replenished on health.
Great double trap there from Clarity onto Futatu right as he pushed in the box. Casker and TJ going at it in the bottom right-hand corner. Casker going to be the beneficiary of that one. And now he's looking. He's not staying with the zone. Using the RPG to drop down Clarity. Clarity has zone position, gets the first shot, and Casker finds it! He got the 1 shot. Casker, you lord! 5 elims, victory royale, 15 points there, pushing him up to 46. What a finish, my Lord Casker. Courage, that was pretty sick.
It does not get much closer. Closer than that, right down to the final moment, hits the shot he needs to, and wins the game. Folks, I'm back here on the stage with my good friend Dr. Lupo as we've been watching the NA action unfold. Now, Ben, we've also got a ticket to punch, but we'll get to that in a second. First, catch her to speed on what you've been looking out for.
NAE so far putting on an excellent show, and actually
coming up there.
One of the craziest things we've seen thus far up until right now is the standings have been kind of it's a new set of faces.
Yeah, this last week, everyone that's been fighting for those spots has risen through the ranks. It is now in that top 10. The question is, who winds up holding on to those spots? As we are still waiting to see that all unfold. Either way, though, those coveted positions, 6 more left. It's coming down to the wire. This is the last opportunity they have to make it into the Fortnite World Cup.
3,000 players from every region played through on Saturday to make it here. But right now, the top of the top of the top for NA East. Here's your standings. A quick refresh of everything we've seen. Like we just saw, Clix, multiple games so far today. 3 victory royales. Only 7. He still has 3 left. 66 points, and he's already qualified.
Yeah.
So you have to keep in mind, too, players like Clarity, Mega, even though all the way down to the bottom, Colorful, those players, if they end up in the top 6 for NA East, all you have to do is just adjust the list of who's going to qualify. So if you freeze it right here, this is one of the craziest things, as we head into the final week of solos, freeze it right here, every single player on this board would end up qualifying because you have 1st, 4th, and 5th pushes multiple positions down. It's insane. And that's consistency, because then you have Clix, Clarity, Mega, Colorful, all already in the top 10 right now as it stands right now. But like I said, still have games left to play.
Tough thing is Aspect already at 10 games played, won't be able to up that score anymore. We'll see if they can potentially hold on to their position. We know that that's a look at NA East. I believe we also have an update for Brazil.
The final standings for
Brazil.
standings
for Brazil.
There it is.
Node qualifies. Techno Viking in that 2nd spot, so close, but not enough in the end. You see the 9Z boys on there as well. Either way, Clipnode, the one qualifier from Brazil, which means we've got a ticket to punch. We've got a ticket to punch.
Jack,
the World Cup Finals. Ben, I know this is something that you've struggled with.
It's going to work. It has to work. At some point, it's going to work. All right,
do it.
So, I've seen everybody else do it. It's just a little corner tap. I think that I've been hitting the middle. I'm going to try the corner, okay? Ready?
All right, go ahead.
Man.
Ben. Let's throw it back to our casters. To the break.
Hey Fortnite fam, BallaTW here to get in the nitty-gritty of competitive Fortnite. The final circles in competitive Fortnite are packed tightly with both action and players, all fighting to get the victory royale. Let's introduce one of the most common techniques used to outlast your opponents in those congested final zones. What is tunneling? Also known as snaking or pathing, this is when you build a protected tunnel while running away from the storm and into the next safe zone. When these safe zones get so small, this becomes very, very important, as there can be opposing players on all sides of you. Here's an example of the most basic tunnel, the straight tunnel. From your base, you simply build straight towards your destination straight ahead of you, with the floor piece below your feet and above your head. This is the most basic and also dangerous version of the tunnel, since you're not covering horizontally. You're exposed from your sides. However, you save materials by doing this. The materials you spend covering your sides quickly add up. Then, if you need to go diagonally to get where you need to go, you'll often see players do the diagonal tunnel. At its most basic, it's very similar. You're just changing directions as you go. Once left, once right. This is very useful since sometimes you'll encounter enemies that you want to get away from on the road to the victory royale, or the next safe zone is in a diagonal direction. So just change directions and move, but make sure to stay safe from the storm. Now we talked about how you're exposed from your sides. In both versions, you can add walls to either side, or both left and right, or even in front as well. This gets really hard really fast, and this is why it's so impressive that not only are these high-level players tunneling so fast and without error, but at the same time going for crazy plays on unsuspecting opponents to rack up elimination points as well as placement points. It's a lot to take in, and oftentimes they do things so fast that you can't even keep up. Watching players like Cease, Bizzle, Mongrel, Benji Fishy, and all the players playing in the Fortnite World Cup Online Open play from their tunnels can be jaw-dropping. So there you have it. Tunneling. one of the most important skills in competitive Fortnite. It's pretty simple at its core, but at the high pace of these congested endgames, it gets complicated. That means you need to practice, and make sure to hop in creative mode and do just that. You can practice it in the open on your own island, or use one of the many amazing pre-built training courses that creators have made. This was BallATW, and we'll see you in game.
Actually qualified. It's actually such a relief, such a big achievement, and something I've been working for almost a year now. It feels really good.
I think it's one of my biggest accomplishments. It's just a massive, massive pool of people.
You need to be so incredibly proud of your son being one of the best, one of the best solo Fortnite players in the world.
It's still hitting me like slowly.
I was literally just laughing. Like, I was laughing so much.
Wow, I won $50,000 guaranteed, and I'm going to New York.
Yeah, gonna keep 50,000.
Oh,
there you go.
As a kid, this is basically all you dream of.
The hype's really real.
It's a game I can compete in, and I think that's why I have so much fun in it.
I'm incredibly grateful for Fortnite for giving me the opportunity to just pursue gaming, and how many friends I've made through this game.
Thank you for everyone who believed in me, because I honestly didn't really believe in myself.
It's gonna be so fun. I love it.
It's awesome. Thanks, Fortnite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between. My name is Sundown, and you're watching the Fortnite World Cup Online Open week number 9. Yes, week 9 already, which means it is the final week of the solos competition. We have already seen Europe, Oceania, Asia, and now Brazil wrap up. We're going to get into the final moments of NA East, and I'm going to need some amazing casters to bring us to the conclusion. It's going to be Dr. Lupo and Zika Prime. Gentlemen, take us away.
You'd think after long enough, walking out from the same section would lose its pizzazz, but it's true. It's not the case. Still feels good every time. Zeke, welcome. We get to finish NA East, dude. It's the craziest region in terms of big names.
Sure. I'm still just baffled that Sundown called me an amazing caster. I mean, with an accolade like that, what else do I need? Let's hop into these games as amazing casters would. Here we go, though. Like you said, man, this is the tail end of NA East. And again, Fortnite fam, if this is your first time tuning in, maybe, you've been with us in and out. Guys, this is it. The final week of solo competition. 9 minutes, almost 10 here left on the clock for these players to queue up. This is it, Lupo. This is literally these players' last opportunity to qualify and punch their ticket to the finals. Now, don't forget, we have 1 week left that has been moved, all right? And that will be the final duo week. But right now, it's all about solos.
And remember, too, with that adjustment in scheduling comes a doubling of prize. $2 million on the line this week and the following week, that final week, the 20th and the 21st, in case you're checking your calendars. Appreciate Epic making a solid call there. You don't want to schedule multiple cool events simultaneously, make sure everybody can watch and play, etc. top of your screen there. And then we've seen multiple times climbing the leaderboard. Hogman. Meanwhile, Phenom here in front of you, pushing forward. On up 28 points right now. 2 eliminations, halfway full on materials, and the all-powerful tactical shotgun in the inventory. At this point, that's a joke in comparison. Honestly, so many people, especially in competitive, favor the combat shotgun because its ability to hit at range favors accuracy, and the ability to ADS, aim down sights, for those that are not aware what the acronym stands for, do just a little bit extra damage as everything kind of, the accuracy is increased, everything's pushed together, the spread is not as severe. Shots from the outside here, a quick little tap. Lawton goes down. Phenom picking up 3rd elimination.
That was a great ramp, there to mount a little bit of a defense. You know, he saw the player, he eliminated the player, someone else saw him eliminate the player. I was trying to find a better way of saying that, but I was like, let's just go for it. And then,
I respect the attempt.
You know, I appreciate it. Got to try sometime. You know what's crazy? I think this is the first time we're seeing Sunny Steps today as one of these final ending zones. Now, don't forget, guys, top 25 is that placement threshold. 15, 5 to victory out are all the additional ones as well. And every elimination is a point. So, Dr. Lupo, you know, these guys, we can't stress this enough. Like I said earlier, this is the final few moments. Everything they do is going to affect the standings, right? If they eliminate a player, 100%. If they get eliminated, maybe they make a bad call or a bad trade, it's going to directly impact the standings.
On top of that, you can see big shifts in placement. Might come down to the point where some player may or may not qualify because of a single mistake. 1v1 that's lost, that kind of situation. Red Sprite on the outside. Graska finding 2 eliminations. The second to follow through is on Tilt. Pushing up the ramp here. We're in the top 25 now. Placement points going out for everybody. 41 points. Enough to put Graska closer to the top 10. Love to see that. Campfire down to probably the only time that might be this safe. Even then, not very safe. It's multiple players. Applying pressure, shots squeaking through the walls. Graska's forced to turbo build. Try and save himself and a chance to heal up on that. Campfire, he saw High Sky rotating next to Graska. Making it out just barely by a hair. 52 HP is enough for a combat shot out of midair to cause Graska to have to go back to the lobby. 52 builds left and both minis popped. 102 HP, just kidding. 152, maybe 200 in a second here. We'll see. Graska trying to find another Elim. Quick edit back down into his own build. Pushing forward in the outside rotation in front of his opponent's box. Owning as many of the surfaces as possible. Really, really solid heads-up play there. Phenom out by the storm because of damage dealt just moments ago. Top 15, top 13 now as Graska picks up more placement points and the eliminations from the previous opponents.
Now, don't forget, Dopai is up above him. Down below is Shaz. And look here on the lowest ground, players being eliminated. High Sky there as well. And look at the rift, just sending players into the sky. So now Graska's not on the highest ground tarp, so he's got to make a decision. You know, the guy on the top, Dopai, is going to be looking up because anyone could try and potentially contest high ground. So now he's probably going to turn his attention down below. He could go for the contest and try to, like, overtake high ground. But right now, man, again, like, when every single interaction matters, it's better to just wait it out. Try and get those placement points
100%.
First, and then go for Elims, right?
Seeing a slightly lower average score right now. Everybody in here, Statsy goes down. All right, Luxury on the outside. Big push there from Graska. E11 feeling real good about their recruitment right now. We've said that about Ghost, FaZe, and a number of other teams in the past, but right now, Graska definitely putting on a good show. E11 doing an excellent job, feeling good about all their players.
Oh, look at that. Up on the high ground, Graska goes for the contest, and he overtakes, man, words, what's going on with me today? Overtakes Dopai up on the high ground, and look at this dude. He's dropped into critical HP. He's just got to bail on the entire situation. He's like, Graska, my bad, man. I didn't know it was your high ground.
Sorry about that. Good to go now.
Almost here. Top 5, Lupo getting close.
80 damage there. Graska looking to follow through. See if we can pick up an elimination. Going to double layer above. You want to keep ownership of as many surfaces above as players are rotating. Look at that shot. That's exactly why. Takes ownership of the ceiling. Quick edit. Shaz goes down. 4 players remaining. 8 elims right now for Graska. Big game. Victory royale or not. We'll see here in a second. Dopey on the ultimate low ground. 30 HP, it looks like. Trick and Nyko King fighting it out. The same tarp, the same box. Nyko King drops out just before getting the Elim and actually goes down himself. Trick going down to Graska. It's a 1v1 with Dopey with no builds, 29 HP. Here we go. The shots from above. Constant pressure is all it's going to take, as this is Graska's game to win. Imagine a loss right now. Yeah, right. It couldn't be me. And Graska takes it home.
Very well executed from him. Just identifying, when to go for the high ground retake. Obviously, you want high ground heading into these later circles, but you got to know when to do it. Because if you just go get aggressive and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to challenge this guy. Often at times it's met with a combat shotgun to the face.
Timing is everything. Timing is absolutely everything. If you like you said, if you have a player that pushes up at the wrong time, maybe that player that has the ultimate high ground is already aware of everything that's going on. Could literally have a bead on you from above. Maybe you flint knock up, maybe you redeploy. Yeah. Anything. You're putting yourself in a shot in a position that basically says, "Please shoot me out of the air." Have this elimination. Excellent gameplay there. By the way, if you are on NA East, we are in the last 3.5 minutes of queue time. Get the games in, or that's a big misstep. Why would you not? Just do it.
I mean, especially if you have extra games, just hop in and go for those elimination games or throwaway games, as sometimes we refer to.
If it's your last one, though, definitely play it all the way out for placement.
Yeah.
So important
Absolutely.
to pick up extra points there. See the mark for the circle. I mentioned that earlier. Very kind of cool that we can see that from this view. Karoo from the Twitter gang, or I'm not sure.
I think that just means he's Karoo on Twitter.
I just love all the different prefixes and stuff people put in their names. The smiley faces at the end is goated. Spams L2.
I will not lose.
Love it. Love
a billion of them. Picks up air cool there in the crossfire. Now he knows someone else is close. Luxior as well going to get picked up. And someone's going to send Stinks RPGs, the likes, over Karoo's way. But look at all this free loot. I believe that is a Chug Jug as well. I mean, I feel like if you're going to go ahead and dedicate the 10 seconds for the Meg, just take the extra 5.
Chug. Why are you not using the Chug? Why are you not using the Chug, bro?
It's, maybe he's just feeling a little bit of pressure here from things around him. Remember, we have more, insight on this just because we
just so you know at home, that wasn't even a spectator issue. That was literally he sat there and did nothing.